What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with another haul video. This time, this is the portion of my Fan Expo trip where I went to Crescent City Comics, my preferred comic store when I am in the New Orleans area. And so I went by there, was able to pick up mainly new books that I'm not able to get now at my LCS because I'm too lazy to do a pull list, really. But then also got a bunch of mail calls, including some original art. So if you want to see what I picked up today, stay tuned for the video. Now, before we get into all of this comic book goodness, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. So when videos like this one drop ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it. As long as you watch it, we appreciate you. But talking about people we appreciate, how about the list of channel members? People are supporting the channel through their monthly membership. If you are interested in joining this group or groups, because some are both YouTube and Patreon members, then the Linktree link is in the description below. And on that Linktree link is also a link to every platform that I'm on. So as I mentioned, and if you're familiar, you probably, like me, would prefer Crescent City. They've got a good selection. The owner I've talked to plenty of times in there. Most of the time, the workers are even really nice. Their stuff is organized really well. And they have a good selection there. And they can actually tell you if you just don't want to hunt for it yourself and say, hey, you got such and such in the back, because they got a lot more books than what they could put out. Space will allow. They've got a computer system. They said, yeah, we got this in the back. Anyway, so I knew there were several issues and several covers that I had not been able to get at my LCS. So decided to pick them up here. And this is XO Man of War number 9. This is the pre-order edition. It is also a Tyler Kirkham cover. They've got a new storyline coming for XO, so I'm not sure whether or not they're going to restart it at 1 or finish it, but that was the end of that story arc. Transformers Best of Optimus Prime. I guess IDW's figured out that these things sell, doing this with all the TNT books, and so decided to pick this up from the Optimus Prime. Trial of Magneto number 4. So I had all the rest of them. It's just missing that one. World of Krypton number 2. Ninjak number 4. Power Rangers number 14. The Joker puzzle box. This is not the issue that just came out. This is the issue before that. Again, I'm not sure how I missed it. Must have been one of the weeks that I didn't go to the LCS till like later in the week, and they had already sold them out. Catwoman 38, the Jenny Frison cover. Batman and Catwoman number 9. This is the Jim Lee cover. When I pick up Detective Comics, I always like to get the Lieber Majo covers if I have an option. And so going to Crescent City, I did. So I picked up Detective Comics 1042. So that's a couple of issues back. Batgirl is number 1. Didn't realize when I bought the other one from Cat 60, or the other one from Cat 60, that this one is connecting cover. So I wanted to get that. Then we got Detective 1046. Another one I missed, Star Wars 17. And I think I missed it because it looked like another cover that had came out. So I was assuming that was that. Or it might have sold out if I went late that week. Basilisk number 6. I think I mentioned this in a recent pickup video, that I picked up a Basilisk number 1 in a pile of indie books. This is definitely a good read. I'm not sure why it's not getting the hype that a lot of the other ones are. Nightwing 85. This is the cardstock variant. Another one I missed. I got 86. Deathstroke Incorporated number 3. So 1 and 2 were interesting. But when I saw 3 with him riding a unicorn, I thought that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. So I said, well, I'm out. But then I saw this Matina cover. I said, I guess I'm back. Now, the same person that had done that, did this cover, but it's not as equally ridiculous. And so that's Deathstroke Incorporated number 4. So we'll see if we continue to pick up Deathstroke or not. Now, they had bags, but they did not have boards. So at least my books will be partially protected. So let's see what else we got in the mails today. We got something from Edwin Price. Edwin Price, usually he's on Strictly's Comics' auctions. He's been on a couple of other ones too, but that's the main one he visits. He's got normally the older books. He doesn't really delve that much into newer stuff, but I've picked up several books from him and even worked out a deal from somebody else who had bought a book from him. They had outbid me on one, and I'll show it to you in a minute, and worked a deal with him on the side. And I knew he had this box, so I took time to slide it in here. So MT, who is a frequent visitor of various auctions, was outbidding me. There was like 4 Hulk books, and there's 4 Hulk books, and I was wanting them, but I only needed 2 of them. So I didn't want to continue to bid up because, I mean, I didn't want to have to worry about selling them really, and didn't know if I could get most of my money back out of it. But this one is one, Captain Marvel number 4. I had bought from him several weeks ago, and I just asked him to hold on to it. But Marvel fighting the Submariner. He's got this listed as a 7.0. Pretty dope. Captain Marvel issue 4. So he had ended up outbidding me on a Hulk lot with Jiho. And this was one of the books that was in that Hulk lot. And so I bought the individual book from him, Hulk 109, A Lost Land of Khazar. And this is a 6.0 copy. Captain Marvel number 48. Number 50. And then also number 31. Now, these Captain Marvels that he had right here, he put it up, and there wasn't nobody that was bidding on them. So I got it for the starting bid, and which is pretty good when you can get some Bronze Age goodies at that price, in decent shape. So I'm looking to see if this is the book, because he sold me this book, and then Airboy the Barbarian had decided that to let him in on a little secret. It's one of these Captain Marvel books. I think it's this one. Yep, it is. That there was a Lord's Supper, the Last Supper homage in here, and there it is right there. As you can see, everybody's standing around, and Marvel's in the place of Jesus, and you have all the various disciples around him. And so on the show, Edwin kept looking at, man, that's really neat. That's really neat. I said, you don't have regrets, huh? So he asked me about selling it back to him. I said, yeah, that's okay. I'll take it. So there you go. And then he had this one up on that back wall, Incredible Hulk 110. Umbu. This might be the first appearance of Umbu the Unliving. And this is the book that I worked out a deal on the side with MT, as luck would not have it, I guess. One of the books, 2 books I needed was one that he wanted too. So he didn't need this one. And like I said, Edwin had not mailed my stuff yet. So I was able to slide that. Make a deal with MT and pay him, and Edwin sent me this book that he had won. So pretty dope. And then we got something from Cat 60 Designs. So Cat 60, one of the channel members and frequent visitor on the Saturday morning Cartoon Crew auctions. He also sells on Whatnot and probably every other YouTube channel out there. I think he does an auction tonight. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember what it was, but now I do. So this is a book. This is Gollum Demir. So if you've seen a recent pickup of mine, I got a Boba Fett print, watercolor by Gollum Demir. This is a Turkish version of the Star Wars book with a cool Obi-Wan, and Gollum Demir had autographed it. I'm not sure if he got this somewhere else or if he got these. Gollum was at a comic shop near Cat City a while back, and he picked up a bunch of stuff from there. So I don't know if that's part of that or if he got something else. All right, let's see what we got in this boxaroo. This is going to be something from the Phoebe. Let's see what we got. Word eBay sellers, you know, there's these things called pull tabs. Makes life so much easier. All right, let's see what we got. We got Batman 150. Batman 150. Robin never missed leg day, but he didn't miss arm day either. I think knocking that tree down right there. So Batman 150. I was on a late night stream with Legion of Comics and some other folks, and I was like, let me look over here on eBay. So I picked up 150, and I also believe I picked up 149. So I've got 149 forward on my Batman run. So I'm knocking that one out. And then this is some original art. I had mentioned buying this a while back. I had bought a book. I don't think I ever showed it off because as soon as I was able to secure this art, I went and bought the book that art was on, which was a 1 in 50 variant cover. So a Valiant 1 in 50 variant cover is a little more rare than what say a Marvel 1 in 50 is, but nevertheless, still secured at a decent price, I felt like. Stevie B would probably be envious of my Valiant negotiation skills. I know this FedEx box did not perform up to standard there. Make sure. We didn't put that in there. It's just packing. Sure, all right, so this is a sketch that he done. I don't think this is the original art. This is just a sketch he done, kind of just in his mind theorizing what it would look like. So this is ended up being the cover of Exo Man of War number 11. You can see Exo right there, and you can see all the spider aliens surrounding him. You can see where it would have that, and check that out. There it is in its full color glory. So you see that they ended up zooming it in versus the way he originally had it. But so Bart Sears, I mean, of course, he did the cover for Turok number 1, did several Exo issues, and so he's the one of my favorites when it comes to Exo and Turok, and saw that on his IG. And he was having a sale over Christmas and was able to snag that up from him. There was another one he put up that was actually a cover. I mean, it was the original art for the cover, and somebody snagged it before I was able to, but that kind of sucked, but must not have been meant to be. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments down below about these pickups. Did want to shout out again our channel members, people that are supporting the channel through their monthly membership. And if you see a name that you don't recognize, most of these people are creators of their own on IG and or YouTube. So take some time, write their name down, and go give them a sub up, give them a follow. You never know. As Discovery Bay likes to say, you might find your new favorite channel, other than this one, of course. But I do appreciate anybody that takes the time to watch my videos. So if you missed some of the other videos, because there's a lot of content out there, if you missed some of my other videos, you know that for the month of January, I am going to be largely absent from YouTube. I won't be in the chats buying up books. You're welcome if you're trying to get some books, that is. And I won't be doing any live shows, and I'm going to be largely absent from IG as well, and whatnot. Any electronic platform, just taking a break from it for the month of January. So I'm doing these pre-recorded videos, so there's some content going up on the channel. You'll know I'm not dead. that type of thing. And yeah, well, February we'll kick it back hard and hopefully get some stuff done. Until next time, keep reading, keep collecting. Adios.